in favor of Pittsburgh, and after one here at the Igloo, it's the Penguins 2 and the Devils nothing. And now our first intermission in Tom Mees. Report of the Stanley Cup playoffs on National Hockey Night. I'm Tom Mees. Let's get to other games and other scores and highlights around the NHL tonight. 4 Stanley Cup games in progress. One at the Cap Center, Landover, Maryland. The Capitals leading this series. 1 game to none over the Islanders. Rick Tabaracci in goal again for the Caps. Makes a nice save here on Derek King. Don Beaupre has yet to see the ice in this series for Washington. Middle of the first period, though, Derek King makes a nice pass to Pierre Turgeon. You can only lock him up so long. He explodes for the only goal of the first period. And Washington trailing 1-0 after 1 period. They lead the series 1 game to none. Pierre Turgeon showing his brilliance there. It was a nice pass, but you can only contain him so long, Jim.
Well, he has emerged as the on-ice leader of the Islanders without dispute. It seems more and more as Pierre Turgeon goes, so go the New York Islanders.
And the Capitals had better start worrying about some offense of their own. They got a couple of goals from Hunter in the last game, Dale Hunter. Now they have to worry maybe Bondra has to come through, Kristich has to come through. They have to get goals from forwards who've proven they can score at least 30 goals during the regular season, take some of the pressure off that defense.
It may seem to the casual observer and the expert alike that the Pittsburgh Penguins, as powerful as they are. Shot by Driver, saved Barrasso. Puck bounces. And Barrasso will hang on. Good play, Tom Barrasso, as he got spun around. Tom Mees. Hi, Gary, the closest game of the night. Cap Center, Landover, Maryland. Dale Hunter takes the shot. Comes off. Glenn Healy doesn't know where it is. He actually kicks it in his own net as the Caps' Keith Jones is there, but Healy kicked it in the net. It counts. Credit it to Hunter. His third of the playoffs. 1-1. Gary? Talk about coming. Centered by Mullen. Stasny has it. And there's the whistle. A high sticking call. When we come back, a power play for Pittsburgh. Landover, Maryland, we're going to show you how the Islanders got the lead. Look at Derek King being sent in by Pierre Turgeon. The save by Tabaracci, but the Islanders keep the pressure on. King still with it, still with it. Looks and finds Steve Thomas right in front. Thomas shoots the save, and Thomas slides it over to a wide-open Pierre Turgeon, his second goal of the night. 4 minutes left to go in the second period, and the Islanders have taken a 2-1 lead, and with Pittsburgh well in control of the New Jersey Devils, let's switch you live now to the Cap Center in Landover, Maryland. For a little bit of bonus coverage, Al Arbour pacing behind the Islander bench. His team leading 2-1. 3:59 left, second period.
Around Dale Hunter's third of the series. And we'd like to welcome those of you joining us on ESPN. It's the New York Islanders 2 and the Washington Capitals 1 with 3:19 to go. Here in the second period, Pierre Turgeon with both Islander goals, his first 2 of the playoffs. Dale Hunter, his third in 2 games for the Capitals early in this second period. The Washington Capitals power play upcoming. Benoit Hogue in the penalty box. 2 minutes for tripping. Face-off near the Islander blue line. Dale Hunter on the draw, along with Brian Mullen. Won by the Capitals. Calle Johansson on the right point. Johansson moves across. Hunter looking for Kristich. He scores!
Strike quickly. The importance of winning the face-off. Here's the reverse angle. Calle Johansson down to Hunter, and he just shovels it in. I think that went off the defenseman's foot, Malakoff, and I think Hunter's going to get another goal here, and it's going to be a power play. One more look at it. Watch as Hunter's looking for Kristich. That doesn't get to Kristich. Number 32, Dale Hunter, is going to get a second of the game and also fourth of this series. There's the patented play right off the skate of...
Wow, one of the Islanders actually had the puck go in off his skate. Credit Hunter, and you heard the announcer. 4 goals in the playoffs now for that scoring machine, Dale Hunter. Speaking of scoring machine, at the Cap Center, Landover, Maryland, New York Islanders, Washington Capitals, game 2. Let's see what's happening at the Cap Center. The Caps won game 1. Islanders jump out early, though. Derek King with a pass to Pierre Turgeon, who gets around Al Iafredi and scores 1-0 New York Islanders. But the Caps do come back with their main man of the playoffs. Yes, Dale Hunter with the shot. Glenn Healy actually has it go in off his skate. The score is tied at 1. Now watch this sequence. King is denied by Rick Tabaracci, but the Isles keep the pressure on. King still with it. Feeds Steve Thomas in the slot. Thomas ends up with a point-blank shot. Tabaracci to save, but the loose puck, and Thomas gets it to Pierre Turgeon. 2-1 Islanders. Then the Caps respond to the power play. Dale Hunter with his second goal of the game, 4th in the playoffs, and it is 2-2. They've just reached the end of the second period at the Cap Center in Landover, Maryland. Of course, there is a lot of other action tonight around the National Hockey League Stanley Cup playoffs.
Scott Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer will drop it up ice, and we're going to join Tom East.
All right, Gary, with that game in firm hands of the Pittsburgh Penguins, we're going to switch now to the Cap Center, Landover, Maryland. Third period just underway. Islanders, Washington Capitals, score tied at 2. Caps lead the series 1-0.
And we welcome you tuning in once again on ESPN. Kenny Albert along with Craig Laughlin and Al Koken. Islanders on the power play. Thomas shoots it wide. Turgeon looking to complete the hat trick. He steered it wide as well. Islanders' 4th power play of the game. Turgeon kicked out by Tabaracci. Miller carries to the far corner and clears all the way down. It's a 2-2 hockey game. Washington Capitals and New York Islanders. Opening minute of play, 3rd period, game 2 of the Patrick Division Semifinals from the Capitol Center. Iafrate sends it up the boards and out.
Good play by Al Iafrate. Got enough mustard on that to get it past the fork checkers. Steve Thomas closing off the wall.
Here comes Hatcher with a wrist shot. A blocker saved by Healy. The defenseman Norton had fallen down 1 minute to go on the Tabaracci penalty. Dale Hunter with a pair of goals for the Capitals. Pierre Turgeon scored twice for the Islanders. Todd Krieger shoots the puck the length of the ice. This the Islanders' 9th power play of this series, and they have yet to score. Hoop up the middle, Benoit Hogue. Hogue across the Capitals line, holds up, looking for Ferraro, but it eluded him, and Krieger clears once again with 35 seconds left on the Tabaracci penalty being served by Carpenter. Uwe Krupp for the Islanders with a minute and a half gone by, 3rd period. Stopped behind the net by Tabaracci, who's made 30 saves tonight. And the puck deflects out of play. The Islanders out-shooting the Capitals, Craig, 32-16.
The Islanders putting a lot of heat on the Capitals and goaltender Rick Tabaracci as he fixes his equipment a little bit to start this 3rd period. That puck deflecting off Patrick Flatley into the stands here at the Capitol Center. Therefore, the face-off comes outside the zone since the Capitals are killing off this penalty that Bobby Carpenter was assessed that is serving Rick Tabaracci's penalty.
Mike Ridley and Kelly Miller on to try and kill the remaining 21 seconds. They did the job in game 1, holding Pierre Turgeon's line scoreless along with Derek King and Steve Thomas. Turgeon with a pair tonight, Thomas assisting on both. Ridley and Hogue to face it off outside the Capitals blue line. Al Iafrate shoots into the Islanders zone. Healy stops it behind the net for Uwe Krupp. Final seconds of the power play. We're tied at 2 as Flatley moves into the Capital zone. Puck checked away by Ridley. And that will do it. Carpenter steps out of the box. And a 2-line pass on the Islanders with exactly 2 minutes gone by. Here in this 3rd period, Coach Terry Murray.
So the Islanders start the 3rd period at the Cap Center on the power play, unable right now to take advantage of that. That score remains 2-2 in the 3rd period of play. Our score in Pittsburgh in the 3rd period, still the Penguins.
Intercepted by Stasny. Stasny up, breaking was Tommy Apple, and his deflection ends up on the Pittsburgh bench. Ends up 6-0, Tom.
All right, Gary, let's take a look at the Isles of the Caps tied at 2. Benoit Hogue intercepts a Caps pass, breaks into the zone, lets go a bullet, and he beats Tabaracci. Islanders lead it 3-2 with about 13 minutes left to go. Best game of the night when it is possible. Let's go directly live down to the Cap Center, Landover, Maryland. It's getting late 3rd period. Islanders and Caps tied at 3 with under 6.5 to go. Let's go in that game in progress.
We welcome those of you joining us once again on ESPN as icing is called on the Islanders. A hard hit by Travis Green on Al Iafrate. We're tied at 3 with 6 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the 3rd period from the Capitol Center. Kenny Albert along with Craig Laughlin and Al Koken. It was 2 apiece. After 2 on a pair of goals by Pierre Turgeon for the Islanders, Dale Hunter for the Capitals.
And hey, you mentioned Dale Hunter. Look at this pass to Randy Birds, who's only had 3 or 4 shifts. He had a great chance to get the Capitals the lead 4-3, but he's denied. Glenn Healy, who's had a strong performance in the cage for the Islanders, comes up with a big one here in the 3rd period. This game has been a great hockey game. If you were here watching on TV, you'd fall in love with the game. And look at this. It's got a little bit of everything. Look at this hit. Big Travis Green nailing L.I. Afraidy as he comes back to touch up the puck for an icing call. Typical Islanders Capitals game, hard fought in the trenches. Just something you just want to sit back and look and watch. Just a great hockey game.
Well, here in the third, Benoit Hogue gave the Isles a 3-2 lead at 3:31, unassisted off the giveaway. And then Dmitry Kristich tied it. They went to the video replay at 7:16. 3 apiece. Turgeon's line against Ridley's. Caps win the draw. Hatcher moving in, and that's deflected out by Turgeon. Kevin Hatcher with the blast from the right point. Now 6:15 to go. Capitals won game 1 by the score of 3-1. 3-3 tonight, game 3 at the Nassau Coliseum on Thursday.
The Capitals are really having their fair share of face-offs. They're winning the draw and getting quality scoring chances. There, it's a nice pick play with Kevin Hatcher allowed to tee it up. But Turgeon, the man who lost it for the Islanders, he makes a defensive play by deflecting that up over the glass. Therefore, the face-off where the deflection took place.
Here's Hatcher again, moving in. Puck in the far corner. Krug chases with Kelly Miller. Kasparaitis for the Islanders. This is Turgeon coming in 1-on-2 down the right wing. Here Turgeon holds up. Then he has it poke checked away by Johansson. Johansson kicks at it, and the Capitals clear to center with under 6 minutes to go here in the third. Group watched by Ridley. That rolls all the way down into the Capital zone, and it's cleared out by Tabaracci. Tyson waved off. It went through the crease, so play continues as Dennis Vasky hits Derek King at center, moving into the Capital zone. King still with it on the right wing, and a glove save is made by Tabaracci. Rick Tabaracci, that stop number 34. As Dale Hunter and Steve Thomas continue to jostle in front of the Capitals net.
The 38 goal scorer Derek King handling the hot potato, gets a nice pass. Gets a pretty good shot away on Tabaracci. Tabaracci coming up with a nice save for the Capitals. He's a busy man in the crease. Not only makes the save, he does a lot of skating after he makes it.
Islanders coach Al Arbour. He did a terrific job this year with the young defense. Islanders finishing in 3rd place in the Patrick division with 87 points. Using 3 rookies on D most of the season. Dale Hunter steps in against Benoit Hogue. Face off to the left of Tabaracci. And it's won by the Islanders. Pilon shot, and it goes wide. Sails around the boards to Norton. One of the Islanders flatly was taken down in front of the net as play comes the other way. Pilon goes cross ice to Benoit Hogue. The lead pass flatly, and it stopped. The rebound, score!
Ray Ferraro had a tremendous series during the regular season. He scored the only goal for the Islanders in the first game Sunday night, playoff game number 1. Here he's given the Islanders a 4-3 lead with 5:10 left, but give a lot of credit to Patrick Flatley. Here's Hogue to Flatley on the reverse angle, the hard slap shot. Save made by Tabaracci. Look at how that rebound just crawls up Ferraro's stick, then falls over top of the goaltender. Here's one more look at it. The nice feed from Hogue, creating the 2-on-1, the hard slap shot. And watch as Ferraro comes in, just gets a piece of it, and puts it past the goaltender.
Ray Ferraro, his 2nd of the series, 9th career playoff goal from Patrick Flatley. And Benoit Hogue at 14:50. So it's now the Islanders 4 and the Capitals 3 as Cavallini shoots in. Chased down by Malikov. Comes to Cote on the right point. That shot was blocked. Dale Hunter beats Flatley to it. Then Flatley takes a hard hit from Burridge. And now the Islanders clear. They come ahead 2-on-2. Vasky waits for teammates to join and then shoots in with 4:43 to go. Here in the 3rd period, Islanders have gone up by 1.
Terry Murray going with Randy Burridge on the Dale Hunter line with Pat Ellenuk. Randy Bird, a veteran of playoff action, has scored a lot of big goals. He's just coming back from that injury, but he's looking for something special to happen for number 18.
Randy Burridge went to the finals twice with Boston Bruins. Here's Mullen streaking down the left wing, but a two-line pass is called.
So Ray Ferraro's goal, his 9th playoff goal in his career, has given the Islanders a 4-3 lead. We're going to take care of some business here, but we'll be right back to the Cap Center for the conclusion of this game in a moment. Let's check the scoreboard. Montreal, Quebec, an empty net goal has given Quebec a 4-1 lead with just 37. The Penguins have won. That's a final at 7-0. Now let's go back to the Cap Center. 4-3, Islanders on top.
The Islanders zone. Group over skates, hit by Miller, who sends it out to the right point to Kevin Hatcher. Capitals working around, then it's cleared. Johansson just beating Thomas to it, but then Thomas catches up and flips in. Hatcher has some skating room. Kevin Hatcher for the Capitals. Across the Islander blue line. He shoots one. It's kicked out by Healy. King wraps it around the boards and down. 3:35 to play. That's moved by Miller along the board. Miller cuts around Vasky. Miller behind the net. Looking in front, and it's shot just wide by Johansson. And now the puck's cleared. Al Iafrate at his own blue line. Delgarno to Travis Green. But Mullen was ahead of the play, offsides on the Islanders. Rookie Travis Green with 3:12 to go in this 4-3 hockey game.
Travis Green, very similar to the Capitals' Mike Ridley. As a junior, this kid scored a lot of goals, scored 60 goals one season out in the Western League, Medicine Hat. Now he's more of a checker. He played in the minors. Now he's been made into a checker. And here's a reverse angle of that Dmitry Kristich chance. Good checking in front by Delgarno, but Kristich still gets a piece of the lumber on it. As Cote also coming in to help out, the Capitals crashing the net. Kristich, who had that beauty out of a backhander into the top corner of the net for his second of the playoffs so far. He's the type of guy now, he's going to see a lot of ice time.
On that opportunity, Kristich, despite being tied up, still getting the stick on it like he did in game 1 when he scored. One hand on the stick, able to steer it in. 3 minutes to play, third period from the Capitol Center. It's the Islanders 4 and the Capitals 3. Here comes Kristich to Cote. Cote was hit by a high stick. Penalty upcoming on the Islanders. Delayed call. Tabaracci heads off. Now the touch is made by Mullen. And the Capitals will go to the power play. Cote caught by a high stick. And it's a 5-minute major. It looks like Dvorsky pointed to the locker room. Let's see. It looks like Paul Dvorsky is pointing over.
And now he's going to go take a look at Cote, and he just takes one look, and he says, yes, you're gone. Rich Pilon, one of their tough guys who they rely on to kill penalties, he's off to the dressing room. The Caps are going to have a 5-minute major, and here we're going to pick it up. Pilon trying to stand it up, and there's the stick in the face. Good call by the referee. Dvorsky sending off Pilon. The Capitals now have 5 minutes to work with.
What an opportunity for the Washington Capitals. With 2 minutes, 50 seconds to go in this third period, the Capitals with a major power play. They can score as many times as they can, and the power play will not end. And one thing the Capitals have to watch out for here is not to take a penalty of their own. Obviously, they need one goal within the next 2:50 to tie it. 4-3 Islanders. Pilon 5 for high sticking and a game misconduct at 17:10. What a time for a major penalty to be called.
Yeah, but they've got the execution going fine on the power play. Now they've got to make it work. They're probably working in 1-minute time frames. They want to get a good opportunity in the first minute, get out the next unit for the next minute, and then 50 seconds probably pull the goalie looking for the tie. The nice thing about this, you play the full 5 minutes. If it ends up and that they score, they can then score before this period is over, or if this game goes to overtime.
Capitals must be patient, not try to rush things. Dale Hunter centering Dmitry Kristich and Michael Pavanka. Capitals on the power play for the remainder of regulation, should they not take a penalty of their own. Pilon 5 for high sticking, plus a game misconduct at 17:10. The Islander quartet huddling in the corner.
A lot of pressure on the youngsters on defense. Malakoff, he's an experienced guy, however, even though it's his first playoff. But the Capitals, I think, will try to work on Baskey, who's the younger guy out there on the D.
Johansson's shot was blocked, and the Islanders clear. Blocked by Fitzgerald. 2:35 to go in this third period. Calle Johansson ahead to Kristich on the right wing. Out to the point, Hatcher couldn't keep in. Capitals have to regroup at center. Remember, the power play will continue for the remainder of regulation. Pivonka down the right wing. 2:15 to go in this period. Pivonka right circle. Up top, Johansson. Back to Pivonka. Johansson straight away. Michael Pivonka. Pivonka shoots, stops. The rebound comes to Fitzgerald of the Islanders with 2 minutes to go. And he sends down. Hatcher back for the Capitals. Under 2 minutes to play, third period. Islanders lead the Caps 4-3. Capitals on the power play. Iafrate shoots in. Around the boards to Ridley. Bondra in the far corner. Kristich comes together with Flatley. And the Islanders clear once again. Craig, would you pull Tabaracci here to get 6-on-4, or would you leave it as is?
Well, I'd wait until there's probably a minute or left in this period. But right now, the Capitals being beaten to the puck. They need to flood the zone, get 3 or 4 guys on the defense to get the loose pucks. Right now, the Islanders are winning all the loose pucks. The Capitals still on this power play.
Here come the Capitals, a minute 15 to play. Helena to drop to Bondra. Now Cote keeps in. Bondra along the board. Left point, Iafrate, and it goes wide. A minute 5 to go in the third period. Capitals trail by 1. Iafrate puts towards the net, it's blocked. It's loose, and Fitzgerald is on it, not able to clear. Kept in by the Capitals. Ridley racing for it with Kasparaitis. Tabaracci now heading towards the bench, and a whistle. A whistle in the corner. Puck frozen with 50 seconds to play. It looked like the Capitals were going to pull Rick Tabaracci.
Well, I think they are now. They've got exactly what they wanted to get. If you're not going to get a goal, you've got to get a face-off. And there's Tabaracci getting a little bit of a breather there. But the puck was froze next to the left of Glenn Healy. So we're going to have a face-off. And it's going to be a great face-off. Should be a lot of action left. Still 50 seconds left in this hockey game in this third period. The Capitals need this.
All right, so the Islanders with the precarious lead, that major penalty. What do you make of the Caps power play so far?
Well, the power play has to get the puck to the net. What happened? They dumped the puck in, and they had guys going in against the Islanders, but you have to take the Islander out of the play. They were poking and trying to fish the puck out. The Islanders came up the boards. They were able to ice it 3 times. Someone's got to pay a physical price. Run into one of the Islanders. The second guy in will get the loose puck, set it back. You've got big shooters on the point with Iafrate and Hatcher. Let them rifle away.
Al, could Tabaracci be coming out of the net now?
Yeah, this is what's really interesting to me, Jim. I know you've been in the coaching position there. When you pull that goal, are you going to give him the empty net to shoot at? If you give him that empty net, it's a big risk. But, you know, everything on the line here and your power play being so good with Iafrate and good shoot, what do you do in this situation?
Well, you're right. Shorthanded situations, it kind of plays into the penalty killer's hands. They can get the puck down the ice and they won't be called for icing. So when that goal is open, it looks big once the puck is on the Islanders' stick. So you know they'll be looking. They won't be just icing it. They'll be trying to score that shorthanded goal.
So the Islanders are shorthanded. Maybe they'll be too shorthanded if the goalie is pulled out of the Capitals' net. Let's see what happens in the waning seconds of regulation time at the Cap Center in Landover, Maryland. Islanders lead at 4-3, but Washington remains on that major power play.
Welcome once again to those of you watching on ESPN. It's the Islanders 4, the Capitals 3, 50 seconds remaining in the third period, and a major penalty called for high sticking on Rich Pilon. The Capitals with the power play, they pulled the goalie and have a 6-on-4 skating advantage. Remember, the Islanders can ice the puck, send the puck down without being called for icing since they're playing shorthanded.
Now they're just deciding the lineup. Baskey's not sure if he should go on the boards or not. And right now, Coach Al Arbour says, yes, go on the boards. If he doesn't go on the boards, it makes it for an easy draw for Dale Hunter. He can just punch it over to Pivonka. That's why Baskey's right next to number 20 for the Capitals.
Hunter and Hove. Hunter wins the draw to Johansson. Capitals with 2 extra skaters. Michael Pivonka. Pivonka to the near corner. 43 seconds to go. Johansson, the return pass to Pivonka. In deep, Hunter. Looking in front, it's loose in the slot and cleared by the Islanders. 32 seconds to play. Kevin Hatcher risks the puck in. Stopped by Healy. Malakoff on it for the Islanders. And he sends into the crowd Face-off in the Islanders' zone with 26 seconds to go.
And Kenny, I think the Capitals are going to get a bad break here. The face-off is coming outside. The referee and the linesman saying that that puck deflected off the Capitals' Dmitry Kristich. Here's Dale Hunter with a great chance. There's the play across the crease. It doesn't go the Capitals' way. Healy chips it out in the front. And there's that high lofting backhand just getting over the outstretched Kevin Hatcher. You're going to see the captain, I'm sure, out there. He's been in this situation before, Patrick Flatley.
Capitals with a 6-on-4 skating advantage. They trail 4-3. 26 seconds to go, and the Caps are on the power play. Dmitry Kristich will take the face-off with Patrick Flatley. Capitals line at 5 across, Hatcher behind. Off the face-off. Hatcher at the red line. Johansson shoots in. Down to 20 seconds. You can see the clock. King fires up the board. Kept in by Johansson. And now it lands in the stands with 14.5 seconds remaining. Go-ahead goal scored by Ray Ferraro with 5 minutes, 10 seconds to play in this third period. After Kristich tied it at 7:16. Just 14.5 seconds remaining. Not much time left for the Washington Capitals here in Game 2 of the Patrick Division Semifinal. Hunter will take the draw with Flatley. It's controlled by the Caps. Johansson carries along the boards. Now it goes to the far corner. 8 seconds left behind the net. Now comes in front. The shot. Oh, they score! They score! With 2.6 seconds remaining, the Capitals tie it. Left. The Caps are going to go to overtime, and they're still going to be on the power play. What a great finish here to end this third period. There's Calle Johansson off the pipe, right under the stick of 32. He puts it in. Dale Hunter, who scored 2 goals on Sunday night, with the hat trick here tonight. 2.6 seconds remaining. We're going to overtime.
So Dale Hunter's third goal of the night, 5th of the playoffs, ties it up. Due to contractual obligations, we will not be able to go back live for the overtime. I know a lot of you are going, why can't you? Believe me, there are reasons why we can't. We have Major League Baseball coming up, and due to our contractual obligations, we can't go back to their live. But Gary Miller will be standing by on the baseball set, and as soon as the game-winning goal is scored, we'll roll it in for you. We'll give you an update on that game just as soon as possible. The rest of the games are all final tonight. We go over the scoreboard, and we will see that, what are we going to begin with? New Jersey and Pittsburgh, our primary telecast. The Penguins win it easily. Their 13th playoff win in a row. That's a new National Hockey League record. They lead the series 2 games to none. Elsewhere tonight, Buffalo wins.